Welcome back to In History, the Fourth Crusade, a campaign that began with the goal of reclaiming Jerusalem, but instead ended with the sack of Constantinople, a Christian city. What led thousands of crusaders called by the Pope to liberate the Holy Land to attack one of the most important centers of Christian power in the world? Today we explore the fascinating and tragic events of the Fourth Crusade. It's the year 1198. Pope Innocent III has just ascended to the papacy and is determined to reclaim the Holy Land from Muslim control. After the relative failure of the Third Crusade, which failed to recapture Jerusalem, the Pope issues a new call for a Fourth Crusade. The goal of this new crusade is straightforward: capture Jerusalem by attacking Egypt first, as Egypt was a strategic base of Muslim power in the region. The Crusaders, knights and warriors from across Europe were eager to take up the cross and join the mission. But little did they know that their journey would take an unexpected and devastating turn. The Crusaders faced an immediate challenge: transportation. To reach the Middle East, they needed ships, and the most powerful maritime city of the time, Venice, was their best option. They struck a deal with the Doge of Venice, Enrico Dandolo. Venice agreed to provide the fleet, but the Crusaders had to pay a hefty sum of money. Unfortunately, fewer Crusaders than expected showed up, and the Crusaders fell short of their payment to Venice. With no way to pay their debt, they were in a tight spot. The Venetians, always opportunistic, offered a solution. In exchange for debt forgiveness, the Crusaders would assist Venice in capturing the rebellious Christian city of Zara. In 1202, the Crusaders agreed to the deal, though Zara was a Catholic city, and attacking fellow Christians was against the principles of the Crusades. Despite their misgivings, the Crusaders sacked Zara, leading to an immediate backlash. Pope Innocent III, enraged by the betrayal of his orders, excommunicated the entire crusading force and the Venetians. However, the Crusaders were in too deep to turn back. Some of them were eventually pardoned, but the Venetians remained excommunicated. After the sack of Zara, the Crusaders were at a crossroads. But soon, a new opportunity presented itself. Alexios Angelos, the son of the deposed Byzantine Emperor Isaac II, approached the Crusaders with an intriguing offer. If they helped him reclaim the throne of Constantinople, he promised vast sums of money, military aid for the crusade, and the reunification of the Eastern Orthodox and Roman Catholic churches. Desperate for funds and enticed by the prospect of Byzantine riches, the Crusaders agreed. The mission to the Holy Land was now officially delayed as the Crusaders set their sights on Constantinople. In 1203, the Crusaders arrived at Constantinople, the magnificent capital of the Byzantine Empire. Though Constantinople was a Christian city, it had long been politically and religiously divided from Western Europe. The Crusaders quickly laid siege to the city, attacking it with full force. After intense fighting, the current emperor, Alexios III, fled, and the Crusaders installed Alexios IV Angelos as co-emperor with his blind father, Isaac II. For a moment it seemed the Crusaders' fortunes had turned, but the situation soon spiraled out of control. Alexios IV was unable to keep his promises. Constantinople was impoverished, and the Byzantine people grew resentful of their new ruler's ties to the Latin Crusaders. Tensions mounted, and in early 1204, a revolt broke out in Constantinople, deposing Alexios IV. The new Byzantine emperor, Alexios V, refused to pay the Crusaders and took a hostile stance. Enraged and desperate for payment, the Crusaders prepared for an all-out attack on Constantinople itself. In April 1204, the Crusaders launched a second, more devastating siege. After days of fierce fighting, Constantinople fell. The city, one of the greatest in the world, was sacked with brutal efficiency. For 3 days, the Crusaders looted the city, destroying priceless artifacts, holy relics, and treasures. Churches were desecrated and many civilians were killed. The Byzantine Empire, already weakened, was left in ruins. The Crusaders had not only failed to reach the Holy Land, they had severely damaged one of the great centers of Christianity. The sack of Constantinople shocked the Christian world. Pope Innocent III, though initially pleased with the news, condemned the Crusaders' actions. The Byzantine Empire, which had been a bulwark against Muslim expansion, was severely weakened. A Latin empire was established in Constantinople, but it would last less than 60 years before the Byzantines reclaimed the city. The Fourth Crusade deepened the divide between the Eastern Orthodox and Roman Catholic churches, a schism that still resonates today. The failure to reach the Holy Land meant that Jerusalem remained under Muslim control. The Fourth Crusade left an indelible mark on history. It showed how a crusade, intended to fight for a religious cause, could be derailed by political ambition, financial desperation, and human greed. The impact of the Crusaders' actions is still felt in the divisions between Eastern and Western Christianity, and the fall of Constantinople remains one of the darkest chapters in the history of the Crusades. Ultimately, the Fourth Crusade was a tragic story of how the intersection of politics, economics, and religion can lead to unintended and catastrophic consequences. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below on what ancient mystery you'd like us to explore next. Keep seeking knowledge. See you next time on In History.